We are here with Morgan from Marduk in Ankara. Hello, welcome to Turkey. This is your third gig in Turkey in Ankara.
For this time,
Um,
yes.
yes,
But we've been here a few times before.
yeah,
But on this arrangement, it's the third part we do. We played Izmir, Istanbul, and today Ankara.
uh-huh, okay. And when I look at we mostly as listeners look at check out the set list stuff for the tracks the bands will play in their gigs, and I can see that in your gigs there are a little differences, and sometimes you may omit some songs, sometimes you add some songs. Do you take into account the Spotify ratings, or do you
And
listen to your heart? How do you prepare the set
let me
list?
start. I'm not a Spotify man. I like LPs, I like CDs, I like
Like
cassettes. I
me.
listen to music, and sometimes I listen on Spotify as well. But most of my time, I listen to real music in real
Hmm.
formats. But I understand people like Spotify, but I'm not the biggest fan. But it's, if I travel, I sometimes might listen to Spotify, but whatever. But it's not a big part of my life.
Yeah. But when we look take into account the new listeners, they mostly use Spotify, so
Maybe they did.
they may give you enough data to choose the songs. So that's why I wanted to ask it to you.
I don't know. We choose our own songs.
Mhm.
I don't care about Spotify. I
Ah,
don't care about what people think. We choose our own songs. Where we
yeah.
play, we choose to do different things, and
Hmm.
we change it around, whatever in our mind, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now we changed every day we played. Now in Turkey, we changed the set every day as well. We changed a
Hmm.
few songs and see what we, depending on what mood we are on, what we want to do.
Yeah, yeah, I see. And when I check out the internet and the data of in Spotify and Wikipedia and other media, I can see that the Memento Mori album was entirely written by Porto.
Yeah, it
Am I
was
correct?
written by a lot of different, but he wrote a lot of the stuff for that album
Mm-hmm.
because I prepared a lot of things for the next album to come as well. So
I know that most of us who are familiar with Marduk know
yeah,
that
yeah,
you are the major creative force
yeah.
behind the
Yes,
band.
yes, but it's always good to let everybody participate, and we
Yeah.
all put to an already got. Everybody's always pushing forward.
Hmm.
So I think all the members are doing what they can to bring this band
Yeah.
forward.
Hmm.
And the one who has the best ideas is what's going to end up on the album.
Mm. I
The
just
next
wondered,
album will be something different.
yeah, I just wondered if that happens naturally, or you want to take some hiatus in terms of maybe songwriting. You want to take some
It
rest.
all comes natural.
Ah, it all comes
Yes,
naturally.
it does.
Okay.
We don't have any agenda when we
Okay.
work with stuff. Just let it go.
Mhm.
Yes.
In Memento Mori album, there's a song featuring LG Petro
Yes.
from Entombed.
Yes.
And did that happen by coincidence, or
No,
did you plan that before?
we planned it because we knew he was dying. He had a few weeks to live,
Mhm.
and Daniel had this specific lyrical line in his mind. So we thought, like, let's do this, and he agreed because he knew he was dying,
Yeah.
and he knew this was going to last thing he was going to do in his life, and he knew it was with us. So he said, so we went in, and Daniel went there with him, and they recorded it, and it's he knew it was the last thing he was doing in his life,
Mhm.
and he wanted to do it for us, which means a lot for us.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very early passing for him,
Yep,
and it was really sad to hear that.
of course.
Uh,
He's one of the best characters in Swedish death and black and thrash metal, whatever. He's one of the best characters that ever been.
by
I
the
mean,
way,
all his life, from being the drummer for Morbid, vocalist for Nihilist, Entombed. I mean,
he was a man. Yeah.
yes, of course. And the
Yeah.
friendship we had,
Did you used to see each other frequently?
yes, of
Yeah,
course.
you
We
were
toured a
good
lot.
friends.
We met up here and there, and
Uh-huh.
always, yes.
And by the way, if we talked about Petro, and I would like to learn what your favorite Swedish bands are. Would you prefer Stockholm scene, or do you have Any favorites from more melodic Gothenburg bands?
I don't care about being melodic or being from
Mm-hmm.
there or there. I mean, what do you want to know? Is it, are we speaking thrash, death, or black, or everything?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sweden has a history of a lot of. If you go back to the early days, you have thrash, you have heavy low, you
Mm-hmm.
a lot of old hard rock bands. You have the best thrash bands in the world, like Merciless.
Yeah, I know
And then
them.
you have death metal, Nihilist, and Tomb, pop, 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 pop. Infestation, underrated. I mean, there's so many bands, so many
Mm-hmm.
styles, so many, and I like a lot of it, and it's hard to explain. But I mean, being there, you know what it is, and you know what you like.
Yeah. There are many genres in metal in today's world, you know,
Yes, yes,
many
absolutely. Yeah.
blah blah metal, and being one of the most extreme genres in metal, black metal set up with as a music dealing with anti-religion, Satanism, and maybe individualism. And when we look at the scene today, I mean, when I say scene, there are a lot of bands
Yes, of course.
that cite themselves being black metal, from Canada to US to Europe.
Of course.
And there are a lot of bands talking about many different things.
Yes.
But you are still stuck to this death and this war themes.
Yes.
What do you think? Do you think that black metal must have a mission to explain something to people? Is it a serious music?
Black metal needs one certain mission, and that is Satan.
Yeah.
If it's not Satan, then it's not black metal.
Yeah.
That's the basic thing.
Okay. Okay. We can see that there are many, to me, irrelevant subjects
Of
in
course.
black metal,
Yes.
and
And bands.
I myself find it as irrelevant as you think. And as a band, you tour a lot. You're a
Yeah.
touring
Yeah. Yeah.
band always.
Yeah.
And most of the musicians, when we talk about all, and we read the interviews, they say they don't have too much time to do other things when touring. I wonder if you can listen to new music, invent new bands, or are you still into listening to music so much when you were late years
Yes.
before?
Of course. I still listen to everything that I used to like in the past, and I discover mostly bands from the past that I never discovered when I was young. I discover them today. But when speaking of new bands, it's a few ones that you discover, but most of the time when I discover bands, it's still old bands that I didn't know of back then.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And will you cite any names you find particular in today's metal bands? For example, you just listen to a band and you may call it this band is really cool. Would you have any advices to Marduk fans
I
from
have
what
no
time?
advices. Everybody should listen to what they like,
Mm-hmm.
find their own way, and listen to whatever they think works for them. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we all have a different angle getting into things, and everybody should check out what they like and get inspired. And I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I know what I like,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to tell anybody because I like my own band. But whatever, everybody should discover what they like and just go along.
Okay. And in today's world, it's full of shit. There are a bunch of dictators in many countries,
Yeah.
and things are not going well. I know
Which countries are speaking of?
most countries, maybe United States, maybe Russia. I don't know. There are a lot of problems. Maybe much before than, much
Haven't
more than before.
haven't it been problems before as well? Is it
Yeah.
always the continuation of the world problems,
Mm-hmm.
problems, this and there? I don't care. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, same with people put a lot into politics. Like you can't play in Russia because they're doing this. I would love to play in Russia
Mm-hmm.
because we're not a band that care about politics. We care about people. Same if we play in Turkey today. Some people who told us you can't play in Turkey because politics, and I like, I don't give a shit. I
Okay.
play for the people.
You are really right about it.
Yeah.
I
You know
fully
what I
agree.
mean? Because
Uh-huh.
Turkey in the world today is also like Russia, and but
Mm.
Do we care? No.
No.
We care about music. I could I can play in whatever Palestine version of the world. I can play in Israel. I can play in Russia.
Mm.
I can play in the States. I play for the people who loves the music we do.
Mm.
I don't play for the politicians.
I really,
And therefore, I think today you see people say, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Fuck you.
you really think it, right?
I would love to play
Totally
every
agree.
part of the world.
Uh-huh.
How many states have declared war?
And mostly the things are done being concealed behind a veil of religion, democracy.
Yeah,
It's really funny to hear about this.
yeah.
And I'm not asking this
About
to
democracy.
you about for being a member of Marduk, but being an individual. What do you think about the near future of the world?
Of the
Some
world,
people say that I don't want to be very
I think the world will be around in another 50 years. No
you think
worries.
so?
Yeah, I
No, no
think so.
worries.
No, I have no
Uh,
worries.
for
And
example, some people say that Judas is top notch. They're the best for me. Could you cite any names? Do you have such opinions about the bands?
I have a lot of opinions about bands, as everybody have, but I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
all depends on which mood I'm in.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you like Dio.
Mm-hmm.
When you early later on, you like Accept, and then like AC/DC, and then like
Mm-hmm.
Iron Maiden, then like Judas Priest.
Just like many of us.
Yes, of
Yes.
course, all of us. Whatever you think, that's
Mm-hmm.
what we are.
One more last question. A question for him. He is asking you why Marduk never plays Charlatan live because he is a
Why
great fan
never?
of
Yeah,
Charlatan.
because same people could ask, why didn't you do this? Why did you do that?
Ah,
Because
of course.
we've been around for 35 years, and
Yes.
sure, we can do it, but remind me, because we have a lot of other songs as well. So we can do this, we can do that. Sure, we can do it, but we also have a lot of other songs. So let's see.
Okay. Thank you very,
Thank
very
you.
much and sharing your precious time with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.